as a rule, if J.D. Vance and I are at a party at the same time, either he made a mistake or I made a mistake.
So Jimmy Kimmel just triggered a massive White House meltdown after roasting Trump and Melania at the Correspondents' Dinner. Now, Trump's demanding the FCC investigate comedy shows, while his allies call for canceling late-night hosts. This is about way more than jokes. It's about weaponizing government power against free speech. Let's break this down.
Like, why is everybody being so cushy? We're supposed to be, the press is supposed to hold people in power accountable.
It blurs the lines, yes.
It blurs the lines. But now that we've lived under Trump for so long, it's like, you know what? Maybe it's okay that people come together in one room once in a while and talk to each other and have a couple drinks and then go back to fighting again the next day.
Interesting.
This perspective hits exactly right. The shooter, Cole Thomas Allen, specifically targeted this event because he believed Trump officials would be there. Yet instead of addressing the real violence, Trump's camp is using it as cover to attack comedians. It's a classic authoritarian playbook. Exploit tragedy to silence critics.
I think it is actually more appropriate now to be in a room for an event that supports the First Amendment with somebody who doesn't believe in the First Amendment.
No, I wouldn't be caught dead at the dinner.
Oh, okay. The parties, you mean?
But yeah.
Absolutely. Trump's already pressuring FCC Chairman Brendan Carr to investigate late-night shows for election interference. Stephen Colbert's been threatened with cancellation. This isn't about civility, it's about systematically dismantling comedy's role as a check on power. The First Amendment protections comedians rely on are under direct assault.
Yeah. Ultimately, it is supposed to be a chance to poke fun at people in power. That's what you were doing. That's what you were doing. You were using your First Amendment right to poke fun of people in power. And that's what that whole weekend used to be about before they changed comedian to mentalist.
The Melania joke that sparked this was tame by historical standards. Remember when Colbert called Bush's policies disastrous to his face in 2006? Presidents used to laugh it off. Now the White House press secretary is demanding criminal investigations. That's not normal. That's authoritarian.
And now, we didn't yet understand just how much Donald Trump couldn't yet take a joke. But I think we know that now.
We do know that.
But the whole point of the dinner is, look, everybody enjoys an inoffensive joke in good taste.
Perfect historical parallel. Remember 2011 when Obama roasted Trump at this same dinner? Many believe that humiliation motivated Trump's entire presidential run. Comedy has real power to deflate authoritarian pomposity, which is exactly why authoritarians always target comedians first. It's a predictable pattern.
But when things are tough, you need to be able to make jokes about dark topics, like how you made fun of RFK Jr. for seeming to race ahead of his wife, Cheryl Hines, as if he left her behind. But I think that's really unfair, because if the shooter were dead, you only have 30 minutes or so to get that meat in the freezer.
RFK Jr.'s hunting background makes this dark humor work perfectly. But notice how comedy becomes a social pressure valve during tense times. When political violence rises, humor helps society process trauma while calling out absurdity. Silencing that outlet actually increases social tension.
Political violence is incredibly dangerous. It can tear a society apart. There's nothing to be gained from it. I find it gross when people try to defend it, whatever the side, and I think it's gross when people try to exploit it, because what political violence does is it doesn't just try to silence one leader, one powerful person. It tries to silence all of us.
Exactly right. Allen's manifesto specifically mentioned targeting Trump officials, yet Trump's using this to attack comedians instead of addressing his own violent rhetoric. It's weaponizing tragedy, deflecting from real responsibility by scapegoating entertainment figures who pose no actual physical threat.
They want to go after everybody because on some level they know that one person who has encouraged so much political violence and has caused so much division and has raised the temperature so high is the President of the United States. And there's something comforting to go after you. There's something comforting about going after their left, their typical opponents, right? As opposed to just facing the fact that, yeah, it's bad when anybody, a random person on the internet defends political violence, but it's especially dangerous when it's the most powerful person in the world.
Spot on. Trump's fight like hell rhetoric, his January 6th incitement calling neo-Nazis very fine people, there's a clear pattern. But instead of self-reflection after real violence, he's targeting late-night hosts. It's textbook deflection from someone who's actually contributed to political violence.
By the same token, I think it is also wrong when people compare Trump to Hitler or say that MAGA is a bunch of Nazis. Like, I saw that insurrection, okay? Nazis were Hugo Boss.
The Hugo Boss reference is historically accurate. They did design Nazi uniforms. But the broader point stands. There's a difference between calling out authoritarian behavior and inflammatory hyperbole. Maintaining that distinction is crucial for democratic discourse, even when tensions run high.
And the one thing I would just say is we've already been through an episode of Donald Trump trying to get Jimmy Kimmel canceled. And gas is $6 a gallon. Open the Strait of Hormuz, all right?
Perfect priorities check. While Trump's administration wages war on late-night comedy, inflation's still hitting families hard, foreign policy challenges mount globally, and infrastructure needs attention. Targeting comedians is the ultimate distraction from actual governance failures.
I just want to say, in a divided time, I think it's beautiful that you could find a way for Trump and his wife to reconnect.
This final joke encapsulates everything perfectly. Comedy's power lies in deflating pompous authority through humor. No amount of government pressure or authoritarian threats will silence that, because laughter is ultimately more powerful than fear. That's why they're so desperate to stop it.